Deepseek just released their latest model called R1, and R1 is actually beating out OpenAI's O1 model, which is their latest and greatest model that's been breaking all kinds of benchmarks. And guess what? Deepseek is able to keep up with it and even beat it. You see here in this graph that you see the comparisons between O1 and R1 from Deepseek. And well, you see that in a lot of different categories, Deepseek is right neck to neck with it. But also, you see that on this graph right here, that Deepseek actually beats out O1 when it comes to math, which is kind of funny because in December, literally a month ago, OpenAI O1 was being tested on how well it's doing in math and reasoning and breaking all kinds of levels. But you clearly see here that that's no longer the case. Not only that, you see here with Deepseek that Deepseek is significantly cheaper than O1 when it comes to cost. When you see right here, you see the input and the output price for OpenAI, how much it takes to take in a question and how much it is to generate the question, basically. And it's going the Deepseek in O1 preview and then the full O1 model. And you see the output price is $2.19 versus O1 mini is $12. But for O1 preview and O1, it's $60, which is crazy if you ask me how much that actually is costing. And this is the cost for a million input tokens with the cash and cash miss. So that's significantly cheaper than, well, O1. And one of the reasons is because, well, O1 is American based and Deepseek is, I believe, in China. So R1 aren't allowed to have the same access to a lot of their graphics cards and processors that are here in America that are very powerful. So what's happening is Deepseek is having to use cheaper, maybe low performing grade processors and graphics cards to get the same output, which may mean that they're using similar techniques or new and innovative ways to drive down costs for a lot of these models, which is absolutely insane if you ask me. And not only is Deepseek cheaper when it comes to how it's using the compute price and the resource restraints on R1, it's actually cheaper to use as a consumer. So if you want to use O1 and its full power, you may have to get their pro plan, which is $200 a month for OpenAI. $200 for their pro plan is crazy, but with Deepseek R1, you can get the same performance, but for free. Right now, you can go on to Deepseek and use this R1 model, and it's completely free. I think you have 100 runs per day to use this one. It's the same flagship one that they're using right now for OpenAI, basically. But also, a little bit of gray area for Deepseek and other Chinese companies. There's rumors that they're saying that, well, hey, a lot of the AI advancements that's done in other countries are coming from maybe blatant theft. So since there's not as many laws as far as taking information from the internet, as far as copyright protections for different users, they're able just to pull in a lot of just information at mass that American-based companies may have more safe rails against. They may have to get permission, they may have to pay for actual content and data to be used. As well as earlier this month, there's been rumors that a lot of the AIs have been able to jailbreak other AI. So it's possible that Deepseek could have just, well, used OpenAI's information by jailbreaking the model and letting it just train on the data. And it's using this by having O1 output its thinking processes. So you see already with R1, it shows you what it's thinking about before it outputs it. If you can do the same thing with O1, because O1, when you use it, doesn't do that. But if you can print out the thought process of it and have it just train on, hey, O1's thinking like this, let's replicate this. And that's where it's heading, because a lot of the times with these models, the models aren't really more powerful. What makes these models better is the fact that they're able to keep thinking about the same thing over and over again and get a more detailed response. If you're a programmer, it seems like this is basically like AI recursion in a sense, but it's still pretty interesting. Even if they are doing that, to even see that like doing this can catch you up to the competition quickly. It's like almost finding out the Krabby Patty secret recipe or something like that. But either way, I think it's still super cool and super interesting. And to know that this is possibly cheaper, open source, lighter weight, and maybe can be ran on a consumer grade computer or GPU is actually pretty interesting to me. But tell me your thoughts below. Do you think this is pretty cool, or do you think we already know OpenAI is working on their O3 model, so this is already in the past anyway, and they're already on to the next? But with that being said, if you want to keep up with the latest